Welcome, Tailgate Legends. We have the rookie draft coming up. Today is Thursday. Rookie draft starts tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So I am doing my annual rookie rankings, just my own personal rankings. It is one of my favorite videos of the year. It's one of my favorite times of the year. I love the rookie draft. There's a piece of me that this year, especially because I have some first round picks that are burning a hole in my pocket. There was a piece of me that hoped we were doing it earlier, but then it's like, I do like waiting though. I do like waiting just a little bit. And honestly, I think the June time frame that we're doing it, I do think it's perfect. It's right in the middle of the off season. Breaks it up a little bit. If we did it right after the rookie draft, then you have all of May, then June and July, and a little bit of August, and it's like I just like it that it's broken up a little bit. So I'm gonna do my rookie rankings. As I've told everybody before, the way I do it is I write down the rookies that I think would be in the top 15, because I only do the top 15. And then once we get past all the players on my list, I'll go ahead and upload the video to the website. But I write them down and I try to do it as unbiased as I can. I try not to look at anybody else's rankings. I try not to look at, where everybody else has people, because as I've said time and time again, dude, the rookie draft is not like a redraft draft. It's, hey, you only get a couple chances at these rookies. You got to take your shot on the guys that you love. If somebody is going late first round, say you got the third or fourth overall pick, fifth pick, whatever, and you love a guy that, maybe somebody has ranked, going 10, 11, 12 overall, but you really, really, really believe in him. I mean, you know how I am. You got to take them. I know I've had some sketchy picks, like obviously I took Christian Watson third overall, fourth overall, something like that. I took Christian Watson. I truly believed that he was the best pick. Looking back, I don't know if I would have taken anybody else. I mean, you had obviously, Garrett Wilson. I would still take Christian Watson over Garrett Wilson. At that time, I mean, even right now, it's like, I don't know. When Christian Watson plays, he's unbelievable. He's an unbelievable player when he's on the field, but his hammy is just sucks. And then you have Chris Olave, who's been good, but not great. Those are a couple players that I passed up on. Jameson Williams, hasn't done shit. The one guy maybe I would have taken was, the running back from Seattle, what is his name? Kenneth Walker. Maybe would have taken him, but he had a shit year last year. So I don't regret the pick. I did just trade him away, just because I would prefer to have a running back. But, everybody knows me. I'm not scared to reach on guys in the rookie draft, just knowing you have so few chances to get those guys. So me, I try to pinpoint a few guys I really, really love. And, if I got to reach on a guy, I have no problem doing it. So I think you guys are going to be a little sketched out by my rankings. I think I'm a little sketched out by my rankings. So we'll see. But here we go. Okay. I'm ranking the top 15 players. Which apparently I only have 14 guys down. Who's my 15th guy? All right, well, whatever. I got 14 guys on here, and I'm not about to stop this video for this. So here we go. Number 1, the first overall pick. Brandon Boggs has the first overall pick. There's no surprise. No surprise at number 1. I got Marvin Harrison Jr. He is, in my opinion, far and away the best pick here. He goes to a great offense, a great quarterback. He's a great prospect. Draft capital is there. There's no reason to not take him. first overall. Boggs, missed the playoffs somehow, but he was still like the second or third highest scoring team in the league last year. So now he adds Marvin Harrison Jr. to an already great squad. I would be shocked if Boggs didn't make a significant run next year. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. just takes his team to another level, even as a rookie. So Marvin Harrison Jr., number one. So every year, I definitely throw out some, I don't want to say sketchy, but I throw out some surprises. Normally it's like maybe third through fifth picks, you know what I mean? I'm throwing some surprises out there. Not this year. This year it's number two. Number two. I got a guy. I have the 5th overall pick in the draft this year. I think this guy is going to fall to me. I would be shocked if he didn't. And if he doesn't, I am going to be heartbroken. I mean, like, legitimately heartbroken. At number 2, I have Ladd McConkey. And I don't think it's going to be that big of a shocker to anybody. I mean, just, there's really no reason that he shouldn't be number 2, in my opinion. I understand that Rome Odunze, Malik Neighbors, those are the other two just elite guys. I get that. I'm with you. Ladd McConkey, you got to say it, right? He's sneaky fast. He's sneaky. Great route runner. Sneaky fast. All right. No, he's like an athletic freak. I understand he's white. I get it. But he is an athletic freak. He goes to the Chargers, who have Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh's offenses always work, always. And Justin Herbert is a great quarterback, and they're not bringing back Keenan Allen. They're not bringing back Mike Williams. I mean, there are so many targets here. There is so much room for Ladd McConkey to just be special. I think that, and I have him number 2 over Rome and Malik Neighbors because, in my opinion, he has just as high of a ceiling as both of those guys. But I think the difference between Ladd McConkey and Rome Odunze and Malik Neighbors, what Ladd McConkey has on the other two is his floor. I think Ladd McConkey has as safe of a floor as Marvin Harrison Jr. I truly believe that. He's not going to go in there and be Quentin Johnston, you know what I mean, who fucking sucks. He's going to go in there. He's going to be the guy almost right away, almost right out of the gate, I think. And Rome Odunze and Malik Neighbors do not have that. They don't have the ability to come in and just dominate an offense as a rookie. So that's why I have Ladd McConkey number 2. And I know people are going to think you're going to say I'm crazy, but I don't think it's that crazy. Number 3, I got Rome Odunze now. I got Rome above Malik Neighbors. And the only reason is, the biggest reason is I think the talent levels are so similar. I like that the Bears drafted Caleb Williams. I don't like drafting guys early, especially wide receivers, who don't have a quarterback. And Malik Neighbors just does not have a quarterback. I understand that Malik Neighbors is like the only special player on that offense now. I get that, but, we've all seen how that worked for Saquon Barkley. You know what I mean? Saquon Barkley had a great year last year, and he didn't even surpass 1,000 yards. What do you want me to do with that, So the Giants have Daniel Jones coming back. The Bears have Caleb Williams, who could be special, could be very special. Now, obviously with Rome, you got DJ Moore and you have Keenan Allen there now, which again, that's another reason I have Ladd McConkey above both those guys. Ladd McConkey, I think, just comes in to almost as good of a situation as Marvin Harrison Jr. So I got Rome Odunze number 3. I love the talent of Rome Odunze. I just don't know. I don't know, A, how good Caleb Williams is going to be, and B, I don't know what kind of target share he's going to get over Keenan Allen and DJ Moore, not even short term, but long term. Rome Odunze is probably going to surpass Keenan Allen, maybe his rookie year, if not his rookie year, for sure his second year. But DJ Moore is always going to be there. So Caleb Williams, in order to get DJ Moore and Rome Odunze to like that top tier level, Caleb Williams is going to have to be special, and he can be special. So I just don't know if he will be. And then so that's number 3, Rome Odunze. Number 4, Malik Neighbors. Now, you know, I love Malik Neighbors. Very special talent. You know, Boggs and I, we've played Dynasty football together on the same team. We played for a long time, you know, and we've played in the same leagues for years, you know, decades, almost decades, multiple decades now. And one thing that Boggs and I used to say all the time was just, dude, just take the talent. Take the talent. It always wins. The cream always rises to the top. And I think that is always true. However, when you're trying to separate yourself from like the top tier, like, dude, you just got to be in a better situation. I'm not saying that Malik Neighbors is going to suck, because I don't think he's going to suck. I just think that Malik Neighbors' floor is the lowest of the 4 guys that I've mentioned already. I think Malik Neighbors has the lowest floor. He could just go out there and do almost nothing, because there's a chance that defenses just hone in on him all day, every day. Daniel Jones is terrible. I have no idea who's going to, you know, who their quarterback's going to be. Are they going to get a free agent after this year? Is Daniel Jones going to play well enough to keep the job? Probably not. Are you drafting a rookie? Right? So now maybe year 1, Malik Neighbors sucks. And then going into year 2, all of a sudden you're working with a rookie quarterback. I mean, I don't know. And it's not really what you're looking for out of a first year wide receiver. So, but I love the talent. I think he can overcome a lot of stuff. But it's hard to be in that top tier without a great quarterback, in my opinion, my personal opinion. So that's who I got number 4, Malik Neighbors. Number 5, I have Brian Thomas Jr. I love Brian Thomas Jr. One of the big reasons I just sold Christian Kirk was because I am 99% sure I'm going to end up with Brian Thomas Jr. At number 7. I think, unless Evan takes him. If Evan, I swear to God, if you snipe Brian Thomas Jr. for me, I'm going to be so pissed. So I love Brian Thomas Jr. He's going to a pretty good offense, a pretty good quarterback. Trevor Lawrence, I understand he's not, you know, Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes. You know, he's not those guys. I get that. But he's still a good quarterback. And Calvin Ridley isn't there anymore. So Brian Thomas, he's going to be the outside guy. I think Brian Thomas is going to be the big play guy. Christian Kirk, I had him last year, like super consistent. You know, Christian Kirk is the kind of guy you want as like your wide receiver 3, just a consistent guy. He's going to get you six catches for 60 or 70 yards, maybe a touchdown almost every week. But I think Brian Thomas is special, and I think he's the big play guy, and I would be shocked, as long as he stays healthy, obviously. I'd be shocked if I don't start Brian Thomas Jr. almost on a weekly basis by the end of this upcoming year. Again, barring injury. So I love Brian Thomas Jr. Huge fan. I sold Christian Kirk. I don't want both of the guys. I love both of the guys, but I don't want both of them on my team, so I sold one. Number six is where I finally have Jonathan Brooks. It's a little surprising because normally I have the running backs, always have running backs near the top, like especially top 5. The reason I don't have Jonathan Brooks in my top 5, he's coming off a pretty significant injury. I'm not super worried about the injury. I'm more worried about the offense, the Panthers. It's just really hard for me to buy into the Panthers right now. Jonathan Brooks is he's obviously a great running back. He's going to be a great running back. But, if their offense doesn't get going, if Bryce Young just doesn't take a pretty significant leap forward, dude, that offense isn't going to score. They're just not going to score. And you all obviously want running backs, and that's why I have them at number 6. And you want good running backs, but you also want good running backs in offenses that score points, you know. The Panthers are just so bad. That offense is so bad. So that's why I have 5 receivers in front of my first running back on my list. And honestly, I'm kind of hoping that Prusky takes Jonathan Brooks at 4. I think it would fit his team pretty well. I have 3 good running backs already, so I'm not looking to get Jonathan Brooks. If he falls to number 5, I mean, I'm still taking Ladd McConkey because I have 5, 7, and 8. So if I take Ladd McConkey at 5, you know, let's just say Jonathan Brooks is there. I don't know who Prusky would take. Prusky would have to take like Brian Thomas or Brock Bowers. He could take Brock Bowers. I don't think he will, but he could. You know, and all of a sudden Jonathan Brooks is there. Well, I'm still going to take Ladd McConkey. And then Evan probably has taken Jonathan Brooks at 6. And then I would take Brian Thomas and somebody else at 7 and 8. But I like Jonathan Brooks, but I just don't like him enough to rank him in my top 5, which is surprising because I always have, you know, especially the number 1 running back. I will always say, get a running back. They always come at a premium. They're hard to get your hands on. Like, dude, it's hard to get your hands on good running backs. It just is. And the best place to do it, the absolute best place to get your hands on running backs is the rookie draft. And that's not even debatable. That is absolutely the number 1 best place to get running backs is the rookie draft. So Jonathan Brooks, number 6. Number 7, I have Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman, you know, same situation as Ladd McConkey, except Keon Coleman is going to be a really good big play guy. You know, the Bills, they don't have Stephon Diggs anymore. They don't have Gabe Davis anymore. There's a lot of targets to be had there. I like Justin Herbert as a passer more than I like Josh Allen as a passer. Obviously, Josh Allen is a better all-around quarterback because, you know, he runs the ball and, you know, he escapes the pocket better than Justin Herbert and, you know, he runs better than him. And, yeah, I mean, Josh Allen overall is a better quarterback. But I don't know. Other than Stephon Diggs for like a year or two, he's never really supported like a true number 1 receiver. So it makes me a little nervous that he's just going to spread the ball around a lot. I'm not super worried about it. I will probably be drafting Keon Coleman with the 8th pick. That would probably be my 8th pick. I mean, if I leave this draft and I have Ladd McConkey, Brian Thomas, and Keon Coleman, I will be ecstatic, completely ecstatic. I love Keon Coleman, just not quite enough to rank him, you know, any higher than 7. But I mean, honestly, now that I've looked at you know, some other people's rankings, I mean, I have him higher than most people. So yeah, Keon Coleman, number 7. Number 8. I have Trey Benson. Finally have Trey Benson, number 8, which actually that's lower than most people. I mean, I think by now most people would have Xavier Worthy, Brock Bowers, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. Like some of those guys are going to be higher on most people's in most people's rankings. I like Trey Benson. I think he was a really good running back. Obviously, he had the early college injuries. He has a lot of wear on the tires. You know, he had a lot of work in college, but I think he's a really, really good running back. He goes to the Cardinals. You know, James Conner probably doesn't have a ton of time left. You know, we'll see. You never know. You know, he could, you know, Frank Gore that shit. You never know. But I think James Conner his time is limited. You know, you're going to be looking in like a year, maybe 2, probably a year, where Trey Benson is just the guy, you know, and Kyler Murray is a great quarterback. They'll have Marvin Harrison Jr. They're going to be a good offense. And again, you want running backs in good offenses. So I do like Trey Benson a lot. It's going to be hard for me not to take him with my 7th or 8th pick. Again, I already have 3 running backs. I might take him. I'm not sure yet. You know, we'll see. Hopefully in a few days here. But yeah, Trey Benson, number 8. And then number 9, I finally have Xavier Worthy. anybody watching this video and has anybody and anybody who has watched my previous videos every year, I say it. I just I get so worried about the really small, really fast guys. Ladd McConkey can almost be put in that category, almost, but he's just a little bit bigger than like an undersized guy, because I think Ladd McConkey is like a $190, $195, something like that. Xavier Worthy is 175 pounds soaking wet. I mean, I get worried about injuries. I get worried about, not being able to catch the ball all the time, right? Like, I don't know, Zay Flowers and Jordan Addison last year, like, I had them a little lower than everybody else did. The flip side is I had Quentin Johnston higher than most other people did, and that also did not work out. So, yeah, I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason. I just cannot put Xavier Worthy as high as everybody else. I don't know. I mean, and again, I said it last year. I mean, there is like a transition period right now. I think we're in the middle of a transition period in the NFL where smaller guys can succeed a little bit easier because of the rules that are in place. So, at some point I am going to have to jump on the bandwagon of drafting small guys, but I'm not there yet, and I'm not there with Xavier Worthy either. So I got him at number 9. And number 10, finally have Brock Bowers. I do love Brock Bowers, like I really do, and if he falls to number 11, because I have the 11th pick too, if he falls to number 11, I think I have to take him. Dude, I have said it so many times. Everybody here knows, do not draft tight ends with your first round pick. You just don't do it. However, last year, dude, you had a few tight ends coming out, and Dalton Kincaid looks like he's going to be a stud. Sam Laporta already is a stud. They were taken in the first round. So it's like, I don't know, maybe there's a changing of the guard. Maybe you're going to have a handful of like elite tight ends come out for the next, in a period of a few years. And then you're just going to see those handful of guys just dominate the NFL. I mean, it happens, man. It kind of goes in waves like that where, all of a sudden you have Antonio Gates and Tony Gonzalez. And then you have Jimmy Graham and Rob Gronkowski, and then you had Travis Kelce and, a little bit of Mark Andrews, but mostly Travis Kelce. And, it feels like there is a changing of the guard, and it does feel like Brock Bowers, it could be a Brock Bowers, Sam Laporta thing, or, Dalton Kincaid could get thrown in there. Trey McBride, I don't know. But it's going to be hard for me not to take Brock Bowers, but I got him ranked number 10. I know, dude, I'm looking at other like websites, rankings here, and pretty much everybody has Brock Bowers in the top 5, like Kyle Pitts style. I don't love the quarterback situation for the Raiders. I don't like the fact that they drafted Michael Mayer in the second round last year. However, dude, I feel like his talent could just like supersede all of that. And it's like, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He's Brock Bowers. He's elite. He's a generational talent, and he's going to make it work, especially at a tight end position. It's like, if there's any position where I feel like you can make it work with a crappy quarterback or an average quarterback, it'd probably be tight end, I think, if you're good enough. I don't know, man. We'll see. So I got Brock Bowers at 10. Next, I got at 11, Ricky Pearsall at number 11. Man, I was watching some Ricky Pearsall highlights. Man, that dude is good. He's pretty good, man. Again, he's a great route runner. Sneaky fast. Sneaky fast. No, I mean, I don't foresee Debo and Brandon Ayuk being there even this year. So I think Ricky Pearsall has a great opportunity to step into the Niners offense and make an impact day one. It's hard to say. It is hard to say, but I do like the opportunity that he probably will have hopefully will have. And, you know, the talent is there and the draft capital is there. He was taken in the first round. I mean, he's a first round wide receiver. I don't put a ton of stock in the difference between like a mid first round pick and a late first round pick. I don't put a ton of stock into that. Like, dude, you're good. If you're a first round pick, you're really fucking good, you know? And from there, it's like, I'm looking at the opportunity, the offense, the people around him. And I think Ricky Pearsall could walk in and just be a stud right off the bat. I mean, I think he could. All right, and then next, so Ricky Pearsall, number 11, and then to round out my first round, I have Jayden Daniels as my first quarterback. I love Jayden Daniels. I wanted to rank him higher, but man, there's so much talent at the skill positions in this year's draft. It's like, I don't know if I can take a quarterback that early in the first round in a one quarterback league. Over some of these other skill guys. I think most drafts, like, dude, you put Jayden Daniels in last year's draft, he's probably going right around where Anthony Richardson went, right? Middle of the first round. I got him at number 12. I think he's going to be a stud. That's it. I mean, if you want a quarterback, grab Jayden Daniels, dude. He's going to be good. He's going to be really good. And he's got weapons, you know. He's got Terry McLaurin. He's got Jahan Dotson. Yeah, and you know, he's got a few other guys. They drafted Luke McCaffrey, Christian's brother. Can't go wrong with that. So yeah, Jayden Daniels, number 12. Number 13. This is kind of a sneaky one. Jermaine Burton. So I have Jermaine Burton at number 13, and it's really because, dude, T. Higgins, I don't think T. Higgins is going to happen. I think Jermaine Burton he's going to be primed to learn the offense in year one. Maybe, you know, if there's an injury, step in and do something if there's an injury. If not, just come in and get a few catches, you know, maybe average 1, 2, 3 catches a game. You know, I don't think he's going to do too much in year one, but then, you know, T. Higgins, I don't think he's going to be back in year 2. And I mean, you're just going to have Jermaine Burton and Jamar Chase, and you're going to have Joe Burrow just chucking, right? And I think Jermaine Burton is good enough, and I think he's going to have an opportunity after year 1. So I got Jermaine Burton at number 13. Number 14, I got Caleb Williams. Obviously, I love the talent. However, if there is one team that could fuck up a generational talent like Caleb Williams, it's the Bears. I do think he's going to be really good. I do. However, man, the Bears could fuck this up. They can fuck this up, guys. Like, they can. So I do have my reservations. I would take Jayden Daniels over Caleb Williams, and I'd be happy doing it. So, yeah. But, I don't know, man. He's got Keenan Allen, Rome, DJ Moore. Even Cole Kmet's pretty good. So, I don't know. We'll see. I think Caleb Williams probably is going to be a stud. Probably. Fuck. Whatever. All right. And then number 15. I'm going to throw Blake Corum in there. Yeah, I'm going to throw Blake Corum in there. And that's really because, dude, the Rams, they're going to do what they always do. They're going to run the wheels off of Kyren Williams. Move on to the next, right? Just run the dog shit out of Kyren Williams. That's what they do, man. Run the wheels off of running backs, on to the next, right? Every year. Fun fact, every year that Sean McVay has been the head coach of the Los Angeles Rams, they have drafted a running back. Every single year. And every single year, it feels like they have a new running back, right? So, I mean, I'd love to trade for Kyren Williams. I know Lemke has him on the trade block. Like, dude, I'd love to trade for him, but I know the second that dude gets hurt, Blake Corum comes in and plays like a stud, Kyren might be done. I mean, that's what the Rams do. That's how they roll. That's how they do things out there in LA. So that's what I got. So I'll just run it back real quick. Marvin Harrison Jr., Ladd McConkey, Rome Odunze, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., Jonathan Brooks, Keon Coleman, Trey Benson, Xavier Worthy, Brock Bowers, Ricky Pearsall, Jaden Daniels, Jermaine Burton, Caleb Williams, Blake Corum. That's what I got. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope we're having a really good draft, and I hope nobody got skipped. And yeah, I hope we're all having fun. See you later.